So I'll tell you, one of the big things that grabbed my attention when I started doing my due diligence and reading and research about mobile home parks a few years ago was what I learned about Sam Zell. And so he talks about Sam Zell a little bit here. So I read Sam Zell's book a couple of years ago, and that was a big eye opener for me. It was not a book about mobile home park investing. It was just his story and his philosophies. And I'm going to divert from the article a little bit because I really want to talk about Sam Zell. So Sam Zell is just a incredible real estate investor. Probably, I guess, the top real estate entrepreneur of all time, developer, in terms of, he's owned, I don't know how much commercial real estate, multifamily, land developments, everything, skyscrapers, commercials, strip malls, all that kind of shopping malls, you name it. Sam Zell has absolutely done it. But in the book, he talked about how they kind of stumbled upon their first mobile home park. I believe it was an asset that a company they were purchasing owned, and he basically sent one of his guys to go check it out and figure out how they could get it off the books and just dump it. And whenever his guy came back after doing the research on it, he was like, Sam, you're not going to believe this. And Sam's like, what is it? Was it worse than we thought? And he said, no, I've never seen anything like it. This thing is an absolute cash cow. And so long story short, I believe this was in the late 80s, if I'm not mistaken. You fast forward to today, and Sam Zell's company, what's the name of his holdings for his mobile home parks? It's called Lifestyle Properties. So Lifestyle Properties is the number one owner of mobile home parks, in the world. And another interesting thing to note is that Sam Zell's companies, they've sold off a substantial amount of their holdings in multifamily, in commercial, and other asset classes. But I've read that they have never sold not one single mobile home park. Makes you kind of think a little bit like, what's going on there? That's very, very interesting to note. So that's obviously one of the things that really grabbed my attention back in the day. All right, so that was very interesting. So he talks about, Sam Zell and how he got started. And look, one thing he points out is that, Sam started lifestyle properties, equity lifestyle properties started with just one park, one community, kind of figured their way out. Today, they have more than 400 communities and resorts. They call them resorts in 33 states with over 156,000 sites or pads. That's amazing. But for you little guys out there, don't think, I'm going to get into this in just a little bit, don't think that there's not a massive amount of opportunity for us small to medium sized guys as well, because there is. So we're going to talk about that, and you're going to really, really watch that.